I'm going to start this video off just a little differently. I want to invite you guys to close your eyes with me and dream either a hellish nightmare or a start of something very beautiful. You awaken in an abandoned building where concrete walls are filled with messages and chalk drawings of weapons that appear out of thin air, ready to be used on what is to come. Surrounding you is fog and noises that almost sound human, but twisted. You start to hear screams and cries that begin to get closer and closer to you. As you ready yourself, you see these undead creatures making their way towards you slowly and eerily. Rounds after rounds, bullets after bullets, you begin to wonder, is there an end to this nightmare? But there is no time to think. Barriers are being broken. Hordes of zombies are flowing through the barriers, searching for better weapons such as a ray gun, a machine gun, or a Springfield. But the screams become louder and louder, multiplying by the second. You hope that at some point these monsters stop coming, but hope in this dream is but a lie, a comfort to the mind. You realize that the only escape from this nightmare is death. Call of Duty World at War was released on November 11th, 2008, and is my personal first Call of Duty game that I had ever played, and I could not have played this game at the more perfect time because this game introduced one of my favorite modes in gaming, and that is Nazi zombies. After completing the campaign, you are immediately thrown into this cutscene right here. I remember the first time I ever played this mode, I was with a few of my friends with 3 boxes of Little Caesars pizza with a side of 2 bottles of Coke, and my friend introduced me to this game and I was perplexed. No game that I had played prior to this was anything like this mode. I had played Lego Star Wars, Assassin's Creed, Jet Set Radio Fusion, and none of those games had any goal like this one here. And the goal is to survive and to die. There is no ending to this mode. There's something so unique about a mode where there is no end. There is no completion. All you have is bragging rights back in elementary school saying, I got to round 11, and nowadays it's like, oh, I got to round 999. Never mind that, we are back in 2008. I was 7 years old and I was scared out of my mind. This game is so scary to this day for me when it comes to the noises of the zombies, the lighting in the areas, the overall vibe of the game, and the fact that to this day I could say that World at War is definitely my top 3 Call of Duty games. So what is so special about this game? Why is it that I have this at a top 3 game rather than any other modern game? Is it nostalgia or is it good game design? Well, I will tell you guys about Call of Duty World at War with all of its maps, all of its kinks, and all of its shining moments. Starting off with Nacht Der Untoten. Nacht Der Untoten in English stands for Night of the Undead. You spawn in with 2 grenades and a Colt M1911, which is by far the worst weapon in the game. You also spawn in with 500 points. You are immediately greeted as you spawn in with a chalk drawing of a weapon on the wall, the Kar 98K, costing you 200 points. As you look around the spawn room, you are surrounded by 5 barriers that these zombies can come through. It is your job to keep them out, keep your safe area safe. But as you progress through rounds, your weapons get weaker and weaker, and you run out of options, so you have 2 paths, the help door or up the stairs. But this comes at a risk. The more doors you buy, the more barriers you unlock. You will see more chalk drawings of weapons around the wall, such as the bar, the double-barreled shotgun, the trench gun, the M1 carbine. All weapons to help you fight off this horde as long as possible before your inevitable end. Barrels surround the map, helping you fend off against these zombies, but there are not many barrels for you to hold them off for long. Everything about this map is uneasy and creepy and hopeless, which is why this is most definitely one of my favorite maps. If I had to describe this map in one word, that word would be fear. Fear of all of your progress being wiped away in only 2 hits. Fear that you have a gambling issue with trying to get the ray gun. Fear of zombies busting through all of your barriers and you not having the strength or the willpower to hold them back. As the very first map of COD Zombies, it introduces so many things such as power-ups like double points, insta-kill, nukes, max ammo. All of this to help you progress through rounds. The gambling box, otherwise known as the mystery box, where you can get ray guns, the Kar 98K, the Springfield, all weapons from past, present, and future in one little box. There are so many memories I've had with shooting all the corners of the box and hitting it, hoping for the ray gun, or shooting this helmet on the ground and shooting the corners of the box. Anything to get the ray gun, I would do. The ray gun is easily one of the most iconic weapons in all of gaming because it helps you so much with these zombies. These zombies progressively get faster one at a time, so at round 11 you'll have maybe half of the zombies be fast while the other half are slow. Then by round 15 you have almost all the zombies running after you. Another gameplay element that I love so much in this game that I haven't seen any other Call of Duties do is if you have 2 of the same weapons, such as a double-barreled shotgun and a trench gun, or a Kar 98K and a scoped Kar 98K. Each of those guns share ammo now. Instead of having 50 bullets with a Kar 98K, if you have that mixed with a Kar 98K with scoped, you have 100 bullets for each gun. But they share ammo, so you shoot 50 shots in your Kar 98K, you will have only 50 shots left with both guns. I think that detail is so cool and I wish they could bring something back like that. Another detail that I love about the map is this cabinet where you get the scoped Kar 98K. Getting this weapon for the first time and seeing that it was a scoped Kar 98K, I was so disappointed. But as soon as I started shooting this thing and it was a one-shot headshot for a long time, you know I was happy after that. But there is one detail that is a lie, and that is the price of the Thompson. It says that it's $1,500 when really it is only $1,200. Wait, what was that? Did you hear that? Is it trivia time? Trivia time! In the map Nacht Der Untoten, this help door costs how many points? Is it A, 500 points, B, 1,250 points, C, 1,000 points, or D, 750 points? The answer is C, 1,000 points. Overall, this map is by far the scariest map that I've played, and still to this day I am so scared of. One of the big things that helps with my fear of this map is the sound of the zombies. Only on this map do the zombies sound like this, and it works so well. The fear that you feel when the zombies take forever to go through the barriers, but you just hear them getting louder and louder, is so suspenseful for me. But how do they improve on this game? What do they do differently in the next map? The word Verruckt is described as crazy, mad, or insane. Prior to the map before this map takes place in the daytime, but that does not mean that the map is not going to be scary. No. This map, throughout the entirety of the COD community, is described as one of the scariest maps due to its environment, its lighting, and of course, the super sprinters. This map's environment is night and day, yes, pun intended, towards the last map before this one. On this map, you have writings on the wall written in blood, Stories around the map of how these victims have died brutal deaths. Babies crying, people screaming, and blood covering the floor and walls anywhere you go. And this ginormous turd in this toilet. This map is also considered one of the hardest zombies maps due to its tight corridors and tight corners, and super sprinters covering the gap of your escape. But with the difficulty spike with this map introduces a few new things, such as perk colas, like Quick Revive, which revives teammates faster, Double Tap, which makes your weapons shoot twice as fast, Speed Cola, which makes your weapon reload twice as fast, and the iconic perk Juggernog, which makes you from a 2-hit to a 8-hit or a 9-hit or whatever how many hits it takes on this map. This jug on this map is heavily glitched, and rightfully so. We are also introduced to traps, which cost 1,000 points and shoots out bolts of lasers, not allowing any zombie to walk through unscathed. But in order to unlock any of these perks and traps, we are now introduced to the power switch, with an ominous hand gripping the switch. And yes, this hand does have a story that I will tell you later on in this video. One of my favorite parts about this map is that there are two different spawns, on the left side with Juggernog and on the right side with Quick Revive. Each side with a different iron-sighted sniper rifle, the Kar 98K or the Springfield. This weapon is a 2-shot headshot on round 2 and is considered the worst weapon of all of Call of Duty history. With the two different spawns, you have a door blocking you from the other spawn, and the only way of unlocking this door is through the power switch. Making your way through the map, you will see more chalk drawing weapons that you have not seen in Nacht Der Untoten, such as the Gruer 43, the M1 Grand, the MP40, the STG-44, and the brand new equipment Bouncing Betties, which acts as a trip mine blown up as a zombie goes near it. In the mystery box, there is one weapon that stands out amongst the rest that is my personal favorite weapon in all of Call of Duty Zombies, and it is the PP. I live for this weapon. Anytime I hit the box, I pray for the PPSH. If I see the ray gun, get that out of my sight. I want my PP now. But wait, what is this? Where is my box going? Another introduction into this map is the teddy bear. This teddy bear takes the box and throws it to another part of the map, forcing you to search through the map to try to find this box. Or you can look straight up in the sky and find the blue glowing ray, indicating where the mystery box is. One of my favorite details on this map has to go to the super sprinters. It is such a fun and scary detail to add to the environment of this map. You are in an insane asylum and you have zombies that have been tested on, and you see that throughout the entire map, with blood on the floor, with writings on the wall, and screams from past events that unfolded. A couple minor details that they added into this map is that now the nuke gives you 400 points, and zombies can now reach through the barrier and smack you. One of the final details I have not talked about yet is that your character has a voice now. Anytime he kills a zombie, he will say a one-liner that's either really good or really bad.
I got a shotgun!
I think it's pretty funny, but it does, in my opinion, take away from the fear factor of this map. One of the things I loved about Nacht Der Untoten is that there is no talking. You are only consumed by the screams and the cries of the zombies. Wait a minute. Could it be? Not again. Is it trivia time? Trivia time. Behind this door right here lies what weapon? Is it A, the bar, B, the Thompson, C, the deployable bar, or D, the trench gun? The answer is C, the deployable bar. To sum up Verruckt, this map has introduced the power switch, traps, perks, the PP, super sprinters. This map excelled what the first map had accomplished, but what will the next map introduce to us? It might be shocking.
Holy shit, that was badass!
Shi No Numa in Japanese is the Swamp of Death. Right off the bat on your loading screen, you will see 4 brand new characters who will be our main characters for years to come. We have Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen. Each of these characters have unique traits such as Richtofen the crazy German, Nikolai the drunk Russian, Takio the honorable samurai, and Dempsey the American soldier. But if you are a single player like me, you will only be able to play Dempsey because for some reason, he's the only character that you can play. This map also introduces heavy story elements, like this ominous meteor right outside the swamp. It has almost a glowing sound to it, signifying that it is not from this world. We will come to find out in later years that this is the element 115 that crash lands onto this swamp of death. This element is what created the zombies to begin with, and is used to create wonders like the mystery box, the ray gun, and many other creations. As you traverse through the map, you will see crates filled with 115 being shipped to somewhere unknown. As you spawn into this map, you will see a hanging man missing a hand. Now remember what I said in the Verruckt section about the hand that is gripping the power switch? Well, this is the guy right here. This character's name is Peter McCain. He will be a very memorable character for years to come. A little detail that I love how they added on this map is on Verruckt, you had super sprinters, zombies chasing you almost crazy like. On this map, these zombies are walking as if they have a sword in their sheath, walking towards you with caution. This is also the first map set outside, which makes the player feel like they have more room to work with, rather than confined in a concrete building or in an insane asylum with tight hallways and sharp corners. With that being said, Shi No Numa is considered the easiest zombies map of all time. The reason why I say that is because the highest round on this map is 11,482. That is an insane number. 11,482 rounds. This would be achieved by the player Krups, who is a madman at this game. The reason why this map is so easy is because in all the maps that I've talked about thus far, each round spawns in 27 zombies, making the rounds almost a minute long, if you are careful, and depending on how you play. Now with Verruckt, they introduced the power switch and perks. On this map, they got rid of the power switch entirely and created an RNG system on where the perks spawn in the map. Let me explain. There are 4 different areas on this map. There's the comm room, storage, doctor's quarters, and the fishing hut. You will need to buy 2 doors to reach the room with the random perk. When you open the door, you will see an animation of 4 different perks, which are Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap. Once the animation ends, you will see which perk you have received for that area. Let's say you were in the doctor's quarters and you got Juggernog. Then you make your way to storage and you buy your second door leading up to the shack. Then instead of seeing the animation of 4 different perks because you got Juggernog, you would see the 3 remaining perks that you have not yet unlocked on the map. This is a very creative approach to this map, considering that every game, each perk location can be different, which can change your playstyle. You can either get Juggernog on your first try, you can play safe, or with the worst luck alive, you will need to buy every single door on the map to get Juggernog. On top of the perk location, in each room are returning electric traps that can be used for 1,000 points. But these traps pale in comparison to the flogger. This is by far the most iconic trap of all time. There's nothing more satisfying than leading a horde into this flogger and watching them flying 20 feet in the air towards wherever the flogger sends them. But be careful, because the flogger can and will kill you if approached stupidly. Oh god, what is that?
4-legged freak sacks, just more shit to blow up.
What is that? Introducing the Hellhounds. These dogs are the strongest enemies that you will fight in this game. They are also the scariest enemies to fight in the game. Now, what makes them so scary? Well, their look. Their health is twice as much as the zombies. They make scary noises. They run at you with full force. And just look at them. I mean, these guys are so menacing. If you are not well equipped on higher rounds to kill these guys, you will have a game over. After completing these rounds, you will be rewarded with a max ammo with your grade A effort, and the carnage will continue afterwards. This is such a pinnacle moment in the zombies community. To have a round giving you a max ammo is huge. Max ammo is the best power up in this game by far. You cannot kill zombies without ammo unless you buy traps, but it is just such a breath of fresh air after completing a round of Hellhounds and getting rewarded with a max ammo so you can continue your carnage. And the final thing I wanted to talk about on this map is the introduction of the Wonder Waffle. This weapon puts the ray gun to shame. I don't even think I've ever even gotten the ray gun in this map. Hell, I don't even know if it's even on this map because the Wonder Waffle is the best weapon in the game. It can kill half of your horde with one shot. It can kill a single dog or two, depending on if you're smart enough to keep the dogs close to each other, in one shot. This Wonder Waffle can carry you to round 100, 1000, 11,000. It doesn't matter. This weapon has infinite damage and is one of the reasons why I keep coming back to this map. The Wonder Waffle is so fun to use. It is so satisfying to see your horde go into shock when you pull this thing out. Oh, who is this? Again? Is it trivia time? Trivia time. This fast travel device is located in which part of the map? Is it A, doctor's quarters, B, fishing hut, C, storage, or D, comm room? The answer is A, doctor's quarters. Another fun addition that they added to this map is this cute little zip line that could take you from spawn into the doctor's quarters or vice versa. It costs 1,500 points and it's cute, it's fun. It's pretty useless, yes, but I think it's kind of fun. Overall, this map has introduced a lot more elements to this game, such as fast travel, the Wonder Waffle, different spawn locations for each perk, the flogger. How can this next map be better than this? It's gonna need to pack some sort of punch.
Bring it on, motherfuckers!
Riese, otherwise known as the Giant, takes place in a facility run by a Group 935. Group 935 is a German company who found the 115 meteor in Shi No Numa and is responsible for these zombies. The leader of Group 935 is Dr. Maxis, who has a daughter named Samantha. We also come to find out that one of our main characters, Edward Richthofen, was a scientist in this facility. He was in charge of creating teleporters, which you see around the map. Richthofen created the Wonder Waffle and wanted it in mass production. Maxis allowed it to happen but forced Richthofen to master the teleporter. Richthofen put a test subject, aka a human, in the teleporter, and when the human came back, he came back in one piece, but was a zombie. Obedient at first, but then untamable later on. While Richthofen was creating teleporters, Maxis had created the ray gun and delved deeper into the element 115. One day Richthofen decided to use the teleporter on himself, teleporting him to the moon, where he was confronted by a pyramid. When he returned, he had gone mad. Seeing that Maxis did not mass produce the Wonder Waffle, he decided to take revenge on Maxis and his daughter. Samantha at the time had a little puppy that Richthofen decided to steal and throw into the teleporter. Maxis demanded Richthofen to return the puppy, and as he did, the puppy did return, but was the first hellhound. Terrified, Samantha and Maxis ran towards the puppy inside of the teleporter, while Richthofen, standing there menacingly, teleported them elsewhere. Maxis at this point was teleported to an unknown place, but Samantha was teleported to the moon in front of the pyramid. As she stepped in, she took control of all of the zombies and created havoc across the world. Samantha is the demon voice that you hear when you get power-ups such as max ammo, double points, insta-kill, and the nukes. On this map, we are introduced to a new power-up called Carpenter. This power-up rebuilds every single barrier in the map. This map is also riddled with Easter eggs all over the place, such as the clock in Spawn, stuck on the time 115, indicating the element 115. You see a shadow through this barrier of this goddamn teddy bear. There are tapes around the map that you can listen to that are recordings of Maxis and his test subjects. And one of my favorite side Easter eggs is the bloody paw print. One thing I forgot to mention in the story was that puppy that Richtofen decided to teleport was pregnant, birthing every single hellhound that we see in zombies. But let's take a step back to the beginning of the map. As you spawn in, you are confronted with an ominous pack-a-punch machine that is locked behind a steel door. In order to unlock this door, you must find the power switch and locate 3 teleporters, activate each one of them and link them back to the mainframe and spawn. After linking all 3 of these teleporters to the spawn, the steel door will open and reveal the pack-a-punch machine. This machine, if you spend 5,000 points, will take your gun and pack-a-punch it, upgrading it, dealing more damage and giving you more ammo inside the reserves and in the magazine. It also adds a new camo to the gun and a new name. For example, if you pack-a-punch the PPSH, it will become the Reaper. If you pack-a-punch the Thompson, it becomes the Gibbs-O-Matic. Or if you pack-a-punch the PTRS, you'll get the Penetrator. This adds so much replayability to this map. For example, you could just go and get the starting pistol pack-a-punch and find out that it has explosive rounds. Or you could pack-a-punch the Wunderwaffe, or you could pack-a-punch the Springfield, and maybe it's a good gun and you find out that you just wasted 5,000 points because this gun is trash. So with the addition of the pack-a-punch machine and having your weapons deal more damage, you would think that this would be the easiest map in the game, seeing that in Shi No Numa the highest round was in the 11,000s. But you will be very, very wrong to assume that. This in fact is the hardest map in the game, and the highest round on this map is only 148. Now what makes this map so hard? One of which is the change from 27 zombies around to a lot more than 27 around. I don't know the math, but it spawns in probably a couple hundred zombies around when you get into the very high rounds. This changes the game tenfold because now you have to be more safe with ammo, you have to be more safe with points, and rounds are a lot longer. You also have to worry about your game crashing as well. Another reason for this map being the hardest is it's not even the player's fault, but it's the game's fault. If you shock yourself with the Wunderwaffe, your Juggernaut will be disabled for the rest of the game. Yep, you will be a 2-hit even with Juggernaut. Because you suck, why would you shock yourself, you freaking idiot? And the final reason for this map being so hard is because dogs after round 17 will randomly start spawning. So on top of you trying not to shock yourself with the Wunderwaffe, if you accidentally shoot the dog with the Wunderwaffe right in front of you, then you're screwed. You kill it, but you've also killed yourself and the game. Let's talk about more introductions to this map, such as the monkey bombs. Once thrown, every single zombie on the map will run towards the monkey while it's singing a little jingle and then blow up. This monkey bomb is extremely clutch if you're in a tight situation. Just throw it far away and then all the zombies will be gone, giving you a chance to breathe and to recoup. Or you can just throw this monkey in a furnace and watch it burn and scream. This map also introduces the Bowie knife, replacing your regular knife with a Bowie knife that is a one-hit kill until round 9. This Bowie knife costs 3,000 points, but if you like being soaked in your enemy's blood and guts, then go ahead, use the knife, I don't care. The game also introduces loose change underneath perk machines. The game says it gives you 25 points, but it lies again. In Nacht Der Untoten, they say that the Thompson costs 1,500 points when it only costed 1,200. On this map, they say they give you 25 points when they only give you 20. These cheap bastards. And the final thing they introduce is the very first Easter egg, where if you pack-a-punch a weapon and you shoot this switch all the way out here, you will see all these power-ups that spin in a circular motion until they shoot off into the distance. You will now play hide-and-seek with Samantha herself, finding 2 of her teddy bears and 1 of her monkeys. After shooting all 3 of these, you're done. That's it. Just a fun little cute side mission that doesn't get you anything, but it's a cool additive. I think one of the funnest memories I've ever had on this map was camping on this bridge right here with my friends. We would all get pack-a-punch LMGs, one of our friends would get the Wonder Waff or the ray gun, and we would just sit up on this catwalk until we ran out of ammo and died. Those were some fun days, man. Oh wait, no, not again. Is it trivia time? Trivia time. Pack-a-punching your Colt M1911 gives it what new name? Is it A, the Mustang, B, the Penetrator, C, the Sally, or D, the C3000B1AT CH35? The answer is obviously D, the C3000B1AT CH35. This map is pivotal in the Zombies timeline, not just for story, but for the introduction of Pack-a-Punch and Easter eggs riddled throughout the map, playing hide and seek with Samantha or throwing this monkey in this furnace. Without this map, Zombies would not be in this place that we are at today. Nazi Zombies is a hellish nightmare, but a start of something very beautiful. No game at the time of its release had made me feel so scared yet intrigued, dying hundreds of times just to come back and to try to beat a personal best round, or to come back and play because killing zombies is just fun. One question I like to ask you guys is what made you guys keep coming back and playing the game? I'd love to see you guys' comments down in the comments section, letting me know why did you guys come back and play the game? Was it just fun? Were you trying to get a high round? Or were you looking up YouTube videos, seeing glitches of how to get outside of the map? And yes, I know you motherfuckers did that. I have a new playlist on my channel with all of the reviews I have on every map on Black Ops 6, and including this video if you guys want to binge watch that. Please leave a like on this video. This video took me a very long time to make. If you guys would like to subscribe, I'm going to keep posting content like this. I'm going to give you guys the best videos I can. And if you guys want to spank my bells, hey, I will not stop you. Have a good one, guys. Take care.